Hello, teacher. Good evening.
Hi, Daniel. How are you?
I'm good. And you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. Let me see. I think you can see my screen, right?
Yes, I can.
So let's start with a little video. We're going to see a little bit of the benefits of a bilingual brain. So let's start. All right. After video, I'm going to ask you some questions related with the video.
All right.
Okay, let's start.
Hablas español? Parlez-vous français? 你会说中文吗? If you answered sí, oui, or 会, and you're watching this in English, chances are you belong to the world's bilingual and multilingual majority. And besides having an easier time traveling or watching movies without subtitles, knowing 2 or more languages means that your brain may actually look and work differently than those of your monolingual friends. So, what does it really mean to know a language? Language ability is typically measured in 2 active parts, speaking and writing, and 2 passive parts, listening and reading. While a balanced bilingual has near equal abilities across the board in 2 languages, most bilinguals around the world know and use their languages in varying proportions. And depending on their situation and how they acquired each language, they can be classified into 3 general types. For example, let's take Gabriella, whose family immigrates to the US from Peru when she's 2 years old. As a compound bilingual, Gabriella develops 2 linguistic codes simultaneously with a single set of concepts, learning both English and Spanish as she begins to process the world around her. Her teenage brother, on the other hand, might be a coordinate bilingual, working with 2 sets of concepts, learning English in school while continuing to speak Spanish at home and with friends. Finally, Gabriella's parents are likely to be subordinate bilinguals who learn a secondary language by filtering it through their primary language. Because all types of bilingual people can become fully proficient in a language, regardless of accent or pronunciation, the difference may not be apparent to a casual observer. But recent advances in brain imaging technology have given neurolinguists a glimpse into how specific aspects of language learning affect the bilingual brain. It's well known that the brain's left hemisphere is more dominant in analytical and logical processes, while the right hemisphere is more active in emotional and social ones. Though this is a matter of degree, not an absolute split. The fact that language involves both types of functions, while lateralization develops gradually with age, has led to the critical period hypothesis. According to this theory, children learn languages more easily because the plasticity of their developing brains lets them use both hemispheres in language acquisition, while in most adults, language is lateralized to one hemisphere, usually the left. If this is true, learning a language in childhood may give you a more holistic grasp of its social and emotional contexts. Conversely, recent research showed that people who learned a second language in adulthood exhibit less emotional bias and a more rational approach when confronting problems in the second language than in their native one. But regardless of when you acquire additional languages, being multilingual gives your brain some remarkable advantages. Some of these are even visible, such as higher density of the gray matter that contains most of your brain's neurons and synapses, and more activity in certain regions when engaging a second language. The heightened workout a bilingual brain receives throughout its life can also help delay the onset of diseases like Alzheimer's and dementia by as much as 5 years. The idea of major cognitive benefits to bilingualism may seem intuitive now, but it would have surprised earlier experts. Before the 1960s, bilingualism was considered a handicap that slowed a child's development by forcing them to spend too much energy distinguishing between languages, a view based largely on flawed studies. And while a more recent study did show that reaction times and errors increase for some bilingual students in cross-language tests, it also showed that the effort and attention needed to switch between languages triggered more activity in, and potentially strengthened, the dorsolateral prefrontal cortex, This is the part of the brain that plays a large role in executive function, problem solving, switching between tasks, and focusing while filtering out irrelevant information. So, while bilingualism may not necessarily make you smarter, it does make your brain more healthy, complex, and actively engaged. And even if you didn't have the good fortune of learning a second language as a child, it's never too late to do yourself a favor and make the linguistic leap from hello to hola, bonjour, or ni haos, because when it comes to our brains, a little exercise can go a long way.
So what do you think about the picture? You try to summarize the videos are in 3 ideas.
Okay. The video show us the benefits of be bilingual.
Bilingual.
Bilingual. How some people can learn from when they are or they were child. Live with two language in their family. What else? When you are learning some other language, where is placed in your brain the new knowledge? Yeah, that's all.
All right, great. So did you know any of this information before today?
Oh, sorry. If I knew this information before? Not really. Not about when is the information placed in your brain. But I imagine before that, yeah, it could be easy for you if you are living in a country that speaks another language, and in your house you learn another language. So that could be easy because you are living with both day by day.
So maybe it's easier, right?
Easier, yeah.
It's easier. So one phrase that you were trying to explain before, not living with two languages in your house, you say something like that. It's growing up. No, when you're a child, you say when you were a child. When you are
Oh
a
yeah.
child, no, you grow up. That's the process of no growing up and learning two languages at the same time. No.
Yep.
All right. So let me ask you some personal questions related with topic. All right. Could you read question number 2, please?
How many languages do you speak? Will you learn more language and why? I speak two languages, Spanish and English, and I would like to learn French
Why?
after improve my English to 100%. Why? Because I wanna work in Canada the next years. So there is some place or some town that French is the first language in the town. So also it could be a good skill for me maybe.
Yeah, obviously. And it's usually easier when you already learn a second language. It's easier to learn the third and fourth language because I think your mind understand more like how it's organized, and you don't try to compare with with your first language or with the second. No, you always think as a language as a totally new thing. And also a tip: French is very similar to Spanish, very similar. So
Really? Do you speak French?
no, I try to. But it's very similar. However, when you're not very good at maybe I don't know, remembering too many information, because it's the same. For example, the same verb is going to change for each person. In present, in plural, in singular, it changes in present, it changes in continuous, it changes in past. And for me, it was a little bit confusing because, for example, is comer is the same as in Spanish. Comeremos, comerán, comimos,
Yeah.
and they even have, I think, one or two more. So that was
Wow.
confusing for me. However, when I think you have a good memory, I don't know. But it's a very good language. It's really cool. The accent is very romantic. So you're
Yeah.
gonna,
Sounds good. Really.
yeah, it's a really good language. All right. What else?
Okay. Have you ever lived in an English speaking country? If not, do you want to? Why not? I haven't lived in an
Mm-hmm.
English speaking country, but I really want to live in Canada, as I said.
Mm-hmm.
So my plan is live in Canada in 2024 or yeah, 24, 23.
All right. Perfect.
So I have to improve my English first.
Yeah, but I think your level is quite good so far.
I
Do
need
you
to
have?
practice.
Yeah.
I need to practice a lot. I found a website
Mm-hmm.
to speak with native people that they also want to learn Spanish or practice Spanish, so we can practice together. Yeah, it's quite good.
Yeah, yeah. That's one of the best things that you can do. Listening and speaking, I think, no, if you don't understand what they're saying, it's difficult to speak. If you don't know what to say, or maybe you're shy, it's also difficult to communicate. So it's great. That's going to help you a lot. And do you have a plan B? So let's pretend that you have the opportunity to go to other country besides Canada. Would you
Yeah,
go?
New Zealand.
Oh wow,
I
cool.
wanna go. Really, my plan is it will be better go to New Zealand, better than Canada, because in my career, my profession,
Uh-huh.
New Zealand is like the first or the most important country in the world that they are producing a lot of new technology.
Yeah.
So I don't know, maybe if you can, I don't know how to say, can earn money.
Yes, Aaron.
If you can earn, I don't know, 10,000 per month in Canada, in
Mhm.
New Zealand you can earn 30,000 per month.
Wow.
So it's a big difference.
Yes. Yes.
So that's my plan. That's why I'm improving my English. It's not optional for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, in in I don't know how to say. How can I say in parallel? In parallelo?
Yes. Uh huh.
In parallel, I have to improve my skills in my career because I have to uh, competir with
Uh,
native speakers.
yes. Yes. Compete.
You know, compete.
Yeah.
I had to compete with native speakers, so I need a reason so for the companies why they they want to hire uh, hire me.
Hmm. Instead
So
of.
yeah,
Mm,
yeah. So that's my plan. I'm trying my best this month, so I will see.
sounds good. I think you're going to do great. And you guys, you both guys have very good English. I will say it's just practice, no? Because sometimes maybe obviously you are already speaking English. Maybe you're not speaking, maybe you're writing a bit more, but it's always important not to try to at least practice something. No, I don't know, reading or maybe listening. Podcasts are really good if you are interested in podcasts, because usually when they explain some topic, you're going to start learning new words that maybe you haven't heard before. And the more you listen, the more you're going to want to find out what it means. Now you can always type no meaning of whatever word you heard. And also watching documentaries, TED Talks. In my opinion, for me, it was very helpful, because when you listen to someone that is speaking and is trying to present something, for instance, it's like how can I say this? It's an example, a real example of how you can communicate to others.
Oh yeah, it was a good benefit for me because uh, I'm already working with a company from Canada, so I have meetings every day. It's in English, all in English. They don't know Spanish, so I just hear them and make notes. What else? Yeah, uh, it was a good benefit because their pronunciation and all the things that I learned, because my coworker is my from my company. He's from Paraguay.
Oh,
So when I understand something, I can ask him.
yeah.
Yeah, he helped me a lot. So yeah, it was a good benefit for me.
So, all right, Daniel. So, any questions? Maybe some words that you heard that you don't understand, or
No, teacher, this was the most easy video to understand for me that
awesome.
than we saw before. The other ones was a little bit difficult.
All right, but we still have to practice. No different type of topics sometimes, because we're a little bit more familiar. It will be easier, but we also have to try to recognize some words. The good thing about, and I will finish with this. The good thing about maybe difficult technical words in English is that they're very familiar to Spanish. So when you
Oh yeah,
listen, you know the meaning. So that's a good thing. All right, Daniel.
yeah.
So thank you very much. Let me run today's poll. Sorry. And that will be it.
Okay.
All right. Do you have it on the screen? Please let me know.
Yes, I see.
All right. Awesome. All right. Thank you very much, Daniel. I'll see you tomorrow in classes. Have a great night.
Right, teacher. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.